Joining me in studio is Donna Dolan. Thanks for being on with us.
I'm so glad to be here, Chris.
On a Sunday morning. And now, Tin Mountain Conservation, for those who are unfamiliar with it, tell us about Tin Mountain Conservation. What is it?
Tin Mountain Conservation Center is a private nonprofit organization. It's an education environmental program. And we serve the greater Mount Washington Valley. We've been doing this for 30 years. It's a grassroots organization. It started at Tin Mountain in Jackson. And we have grown in our naturalist art in all the area schools. We have 34-week programs.
Wow.
We also now have a nature learning center on Bald Hill Road, which you're very familiar with.
Yes, you guys have some great nature trails up there. We the family and I, we hike it all the time. Mm-hmm. Great trails, very fun.
140 acres. It's open to the public. It's year-round. You're welcome to come even when we're closed. We're open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. Our website's www.tinmountain.org for directions. It's an easy place to get to. And our building's beautiful. It's solar photovoltaic. We had a capital campaign 5 years ago. And it's built with the natural woods, 19 different species by local carpenters. So we basically walk the walk the talk.
Yeah, it's very, the trail system on your trail, do you know how long that is? Because I'm thinking it's centered around a beaver pond. There's a beautiful kind of backcountry pond. And I want to say it's probably maybe a mile or less to walk the whole loop around the pond. So it's great for young families. We've got a couple of young kids. Our 5-year-old loves, sprinting the trails. And there's something to see. There's a destination. You get to see the beaver pond. You can look for animal sign. I've seen, ironically, there's a beaver dam on like the little creek that runs into the pond. I haven't seen the beaver, but I've seen an otter playing around the beaver dam.
Oh, that's fabulous.
Yeah, the beaver, I looked over and the otter just jumped right off the beaver dam and into the water. So,
was that recently?
It was this summer, yeah. It was probably about a month or so ago.
We just had someone just recently walk down there and they saw a kingfisher. And we had someone else see a moose. And there's evidence of black bear, so we do have a lot of wildlife on the property.
I've seen plenty of moose tracks down there as well. Perfect pond for moose. So, Tin Mountain Conservation Center in Albany, if you're looking for a nice little family hike. And then you can learn something too. You guys run programs both out of your center and in schools, and you have some really fascinating ones coming up. One of them is Eyes on Owls. Tell me about that.
I'd be glad to. Thanks to L.L. Bean and the Evander Armington Fund, as well as 2 local grant organizations, the Gibson Woodbury Foundation and the Goldberg Foundation. We have some great nature programs. We have family programs, and right now on November 10th, we have great programs. It's chock full. We have a family program, which is a walk around those trails to go birding, and that's early. And I'm going to put on my reading glasses so I can tell you the time of that. And Lori Kinsey,
while you look at that, we'll look at a snowy owl.
Oh yes, isn't
that beautiful?
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And he is. Look at those eyes. And I want to talk about the snowy owl if I have a minute. I have a mount here that's beautiful. But we have a birdseed sale going on right now. And anyone who's interested in feeding the birds, you can go on our website, download a form, and we have the pickup on November 10th, which is the same time as the Eyes on Owls. So you can order all the way up until the 26th. And give us a call, or you can mail it in. And then the day of the birdseed sale pickup, we also have a family birding walk, and that is at 10 a.m. to noon. And that will be going through the Rockwell Sanctuary, going on the trails that you mentioned, which is really great. And then we have Mark and Marsha Wilson, who are from the Boston area, and they have a program called Eyes on Owls, always popular, so popular that we decided to have 2 programs in one day.
Wow.
We have a matinee for families who have younger children. This is a great one to go to.
November 10th, you said?
It's November 10th.
I'm going to mark that one down, because I think my son would like that.
And you might want to call up for reservations, because even though we do have 2 programs, sometimes we have 100 people at each program. So it's definitely great. And for the younger kids, come in the early afternoon, they can make noise, they can sit up in front.
Yep.
They have 5 live owls.
Wow.
They're rehabbed owls. They will have the snowy owl.
I'm looking at a barred owl right now on the screen.
Ah, yes, that's right. And they will have a barred owl also.
Very nice.
And they'll have the 5 different owls there that we'll be able to see. One is not in the area, but the other 4 are local to New England.
Very
so
cool.
that'll be really great. And you'll see a slideshow. Mark Wilson is a photographer for the Boston Globe, and his work is absolutely outstanding. So again, that's November 10th. It's reservations. Please give us a call. It's 603-447-6991. And again, our website's timmountain.org, and we'd love to see you there. And if I have a minute, I'd like to talk a little bit about these 2 creatures that we have here.
We don't have a lot of time, so we do have to
really
be quick.
fast.
But this
Okay.
one's an owl, one's not an owl.
Correct.
Right.
What makes a bird a
They
bird?
look the same. They're both white.
What makes a bird a bird?
Feathers.
That's
flight.
correct. It's feathers.
Well,
it's not flight
because there are some birds that don't fly.
Exactly. You might get people say, "Oh, because they fly," and but no, it's actually feathers. So we have a mammal here, and we have a bird, and the owl, of course, is in the bird family. What's so beautiful about the snowy owl is it has a wingspan as tall as I am, which is
Wow.
5 feet. So I'm not too tall, but for a wingspan for an owl, that's pretty big.
Yeah.
Both animals are similar in the sense that they have wonderful camouflage for the winter time. The snowy owl is an owl that's in the northern area, and it really likes sand dunes and sandy areas, a lot of tundra. It also does well in the snow. Its feathers are white, and because of that, it has no pigment, and the feathers hold more air in it, so it insulates it more for the cold weather.
Wow.
Also, what's interesting is talons is filled with feathers, so it keeps its lower extremities warm.
Wow.
Also, it's a great hunter, and it is a very fast bird too, and very beautiful. And this will be one of the birds that you'll see at Eyes on Owls. This is a long-tailed weasel. He has great camouflage too. He is in the area here, and he changes his fur in the northern areas as good camouflage for the snow. What's interesting, if he's in the southern area of the United States, he doesn't change his color, but he does still change his fur twice a year in spring and in fall. So right now, your brown long-tailed weasel, and a little bit later, we'll be changing his fur to white. So come to our programs. They're wonderful. We have a very comprehensive list, and it'll be great to see you there.
All right. For more information on programs and events at Tin Mountain, they go to your website,
Absolutely.
which is,
tinmountain.org.
and that's tin, they spell it out,
Spelled out.
Tin, and then the word mountain.org.
Correct.
And
Thank
we're
you
looking
so
at
much.
it right on the screen. Donna Dolan from Tin Mountain Conservation Center. And if you do get a chance, definitely check out their sanctuary in Albany off of Bald Hill Road.
Yep. Great place to go.
We'll be back with more, including